Welcome back, guys. We're here at the Fandango space here at Comic-Con. I'm sitting down with the executive producer and creators of the global phenomenon show, Stranger Things. Ross, Matt, Shawn, welcome to Fandango space.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Did you guys have a chance to look around? We've got like the great...
We're taking the space.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
You got a favorite quote from the wall?
Why so serious?
And
Yeah.
how can you be supposed to be with you?
I mean, it's really like, I feel like you're at home in nerddom when you're here.
Mm-hmm.
So, how's your Comic-Con been so far?
It's kind of just starting for us because we got in last night.
Okay.
And then we've been in hotel rooms.
Oh.
So this is the most
But
exciting.
we're going to start
place.
adventuring out
Yes.
after this, so we're excited.
Yeah,
we've never been.
Yeah, we're ready.
And this is not your first Comic-Con,
It
right?
is.
This is your first
It is.
Comic-Con. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
we get a maiden
Yeah.
voyage.
This
What are you
is-
most excited for besides obviously the Stranger Things panel, which people have been lining up for, by the way,
This is-
since Wednesday?
That's Saturday. Really?
Yeah, like people line up for Hall H to like get into
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
of the Hall H panels for Saturday on Wednesday evening, sometimes Monday.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I think we all heard that Spielberg was coming with some Ready Player One footage.
Maybe.
So both to see Steven and see that footage, if we can basically bail on our own publicity duties and go check that out, I think we would all geek out.
yeah. What about you
that.
guys?
I concur.
Concur?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
concur?
We
Okay.
answer.
Oh, we answer
for each
together.
other.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. Hey,
We're
that's
a
what a
team,
producer
you know?
does, right? You just make it
We're
happen
pretty
for everyone.
synced up. Our tastes are similar. We
Awesome.
both want to see that footage.
Well, I will be one of the people that is excited to see it as well. So
Right on.
I'm very excited for it. Stranger Things last year was just, I don't even know how to say it. Everybody just went nuts for it. What was it like when it sort of like, because I felt it was word of mouth that really
Yeah.
made it great. What was that moment when you realized everybody was talking about this crazy show and Dormagons and everything else?
I mean, it was just gradual. I mean, we noticed right away on Twitter. You know,
Yeah.
you get immediate social media feedback, and so it's like, okay, people had watched it, and finished it and seemed to like it. That was a relief.
Nice.
Not many people had seen it, and then it seemed to just snowball over the course of 2, 3, 4, 4 weeks or whatever, and then it didn't seem to be slowing. You're like, eventually this is going to stop, and it didn't seem to stop for a while.
No.
So, yeah, we just stared at Twitter.
You just stared at
There was
Twitter.
a lot of staring at Twitter.
Yeah, just going, wow, okay.
And look at this fan art, and look at this new fan art.
Yes.
and-
What was your favorite thing on Twitter? Was it the fan art? Was it the quotes?
I
I mean,
l-
I got one of my favorite T-shirts.
All of that
yeah.
stuff.
Sure. The
Yeah.
fan
Yeah.
art was incredible.
Yes.
I mean, to see that many creative people inspired by something that we made was trippy, but awesome.
Yeah.
Posters. There was a Barb mural someone painted
Wow.
outside. And I was like, that was
Tattoos, I'm
cool.
sure too. People getting
The
like,
tattoos weird me out a little
Yeah,
bit.
because
They
that's a
put-
commitment. I mean, that's a real
They
commitment.
don't. I mean, listen. I say go for it if you want.
I
You know,
mean,
if you're gonna get a tattoo, get
This
a
is,
Stranger
by the
Things
way,
tattoo.
where you need to like reveal
No,
a massive
I mean, I'm not
Stranger
gonna lie. I
Things
do have a little bit of ink, and like, so I have Game of Thrones already on me. But I'm not saying that yours is not one that's definitely.
You're waiting
going
for
up.
season 2?
I want to see
All
more.
right.
I
All
want to
right.
see like a great something I can put on me, like a quote. Although I will say, punch someone in the face would be one that I would want after
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
great SAG speech. I
Yeah.
felt that was like such a great moment with David.
You can always just go with a little 11. Right
Yes,
here.
Yeah.
or a little Ego symbol
Oh,
with
the
like the
Ego.
11
That's
with the
cool.
11 numbers.
So if
I've
we get to
seen
come
that.
back next summer, we're going to be looking for the
Yeah.
Stranger Things tat.
Honestly, I'm a paid fangirl. This is all. They just pay me to just geek out and get excited about movies and TV shows. So yeah, it's the greatest thing ever.
That is a great
Yeah,
job.
and I do live with it on my body. But one of the things I loved that I think doesn't get talked about enough is the music of Stranger Things, because
Yeah.
I listened to it actually on this great instrumental track of movie themes and TV themes, and I feel like you guys were almost like having to rush to get that out because so many people were clamoring for it that you had to figure out how to do that. So tell the story of how you guys did the whole instrumental like release.
Yeah, you're talking like Kyle Dixon and Michael Steiner
Yeah.
composed. Yeah, so we were like very early on. Right away actually. We said we wanted it to be an electronic score.
Yeah.
And then so it was just about finding them, someone to do it who we liked.
But there was
And-
no plan to release the music.
Yeah.
And in fact,
No.
when we asked about it,
Well,
there was no interest in it.
I was like, no one couldn't really care, and I said, please, So it was actually not a fight, but I had to really push Netflix to release this because I'm also like I grew up. I love movie soundtracks, and so I mean, I like the thing I listened to the most was like the Batman, like Danny Elfman's Batman cassette, and Batman Returns, which is arguably even better. And so anyway, I grew up loving movie soundtracks, so I want those available. I wanted it available. It was really important to us that the show had really good music. I think that's something lacking in television was like not enough like iconic scores.
And it is iconic. Like the minute it comes on, I was like, you can already tell that it's a Stranger Things. Yeah. You can already tell it's a Stranger Things soundtrack, and it's so much fun.
Anyway, so and I know they usually just use music. It's just a bed or transitions from one scene to another, and we wanted to be like a real like a character in the show. Excellent. And so we hired these guys. I mean, they were musicians, but they weren't making enough. They had regular day jobs. Yeah. And so I had to call and say, you want to quit your job and do this. They were like, hell yes.
Oh my God.
So they quit their jobs and now they do this full time, and they have 2 Grammy nominations, and their lives have changed, and they're great guys.
I love that you created this great universe that embraces my generation, which is the 80s, and just like so many callbacks to things that I loved. And so we actually have a little bit of a game for you guys about 80s callbacks, and it's called This or That. So for you guys here, I'm going to give you 2 situations from 80s themed pop culture, and you guys kind of get to pick which one you'd rather do.
The interesting thing is going to be if there's ever a difference of opinion between Matt and Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Because they do have a bit of a hive mind. Yeah. So this could be like the seed of some real brotherly
I want to like
we will disagree.
Notate. Okay.
Occasionally.
On occasion.
Okay, so who is your apocalypse BFF? Ash from The Evil Dead or John McClane from Die Hard?
Oh.
For me, it's McClane.
McClane?
I mean, we're talking what
like
kind of apocalypse is this? Is this a zombie? Because
let's just say it's an apocalypse. We don't know which kind, but this is the person you want to go into the wilderness.
It feels like you would pick your savior based on the kind of apocalypse you're facing.
That's what I'm saying. If there's a supernatural apocalypse,
you take Ash.
I'm taking Ash
okay.
with his boomstick.
With his boomstick.
If it's just like The Road or something, like then I would probably take McClane.
You know what?
Because he can't die, man.
I love that qualifier because I would make that qualifier too. I'm always like, well, if it's
supernatural.
Supernatural Ash, non-supernatural. That's a good way to be. Which gang would you want to join? The Goonies or the Lost Boys?
Goonies.
All right, I'm a contrarian because I want to go with the Lost Boys.
I thought Warriors was going to be a choice.
And the Warriors would be a good one. Yeah.
Man, I just you saw the first time I saw the Goonies, I haven't gotten over how much I wanted to be a part of that.
And you kind of brought it into your thing too.
Yeah, and I think weirdly I saw Lost Boys. I saw it way too late. I don't know why it wasn't introduced to me as a child, because I think it's an R-rated thing, but it's really. I would have loved it when I was like 12 and it wasn't shown to me. I'm really still not over.
All right, last one. Who do you want to spend Saturday morning detention with? John Bender from The Breakfast Club or Ferris Bueller?
I'm kind of a Ferris Bueller guy myself.
Bueller. He just seems also so much more pleasant to be around.
I mean, I'm a girl that likes the bad boys.
Exactly.
I'm going to go with Bueller as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Bueller across the board.
Yeah, no differences. Okay, well, thanks for playing the game. Thanks so much for coming down to chat with us. We've got the rest of the cast coming up next. So thanks, guys. This is Jacqueline. I'm signing off with the creators and the executive producers from Stranger Things, and we'll come back with you with more Comic-Con coverage coming up.